Good morning. Hope everyone having good holidays, good time off, good visiting, good food, all that good stuff. We're coming in this morning. I don't see any economic releases this morning I'm really interested in or anything like that to be aware of. So we'll start our TA from the daily chart in like normal. Very interesting. Our daily chart pattern that was very bearish has, failed to break the low. We're all the way back up to the top. And I mean, we're right there, we're within like 10 points back to all-time highs. So it'll be a interesting session, I'm sure. Not sure what to expect volume wise and participation wise, but we'll see. Kind of take it as it goes. Our hourly chart here, we had a little bit of a correction, pulled back twice, touched the moving average, found support again, and we extended back up. So the level for us to hold is, ideally above here, but ultimately above here. Our move back up through this area that we expected would happen if we were to hold above here did play out. We are all the way back up here now. It took a little bit longer than expected, but it did happen with no significant pullbacks. So everything's kind of lining up like we anticipated. Not really sure, like I said, what to expect today. Never really traded around the holidays, so we'll see what participation's like. I will say that Thursday and Wednesday kind of threw me off a little bit. I was not expecting that strong of a move with the volume numbers that we were producing. And I mean, looking at it on the 5-minute chart, it's confusing as it looks. It really was just a bull flag, and the pullback that tested underneath the bull flag was the better buy, kind of like we thought about. This sell though here, I mean, that's a pretty strong top signal for me, but it trapped and went straight back up. So it just showed like two patterns that like started to tease failure, both ended up squeezing straight back up and ultimately being two basic flags together. So nice strong up move happened on low volume. So we'll see how this morning opens and kind of go from there. We have a nice gap up. We've kind of just finished the 2-leg pullback now on the 5-minute chart. First attempt to go long after we made another low here. We haven't actually made a second attempt to go long yet, but doesn't look too bad. See how we open up. But other than that, we're going to take it slow just because we're not experienced with trading around the holidays. Like I said, Thursday threw me off, so we'll see what the market kind of presents like and how people are trading, see if there's normal volume, stuff like that. I really don't want to do I don't want to like undo good trading in times of not the greatest, so gonna be careful. really only look for you know, my 3 setups, perfect AAA versions, and if it's not that, then probably gonna be sitting on our hands waiting. May or may not do a full session. We'll see how it goes. I will say that on Thursday it was difficult for me to sit even for as long as I did, because I could tell that things weren't what I wanted to see. Stuff wasn't reacting like I would want to see. Nothing was really working properly for me, if you will. So sitting watching it was difficult, because it was making me FOMO. It was making me not, you know, feel good. It was very difficult. So if the situation presents itself again, I'm just going to walk away sooner. I don't want to expose myself to the opportunity to, you know, to make the mistake. I'd rather just walk away. So we do have a slight correction potential here. Did pull back below this other swing point. So we'll see how it goes off the open here. Straight back up. All right. So it was a little bit of a trap. So the ideal situation here, we're going to turn this to yellow, so I know if this market comes back down and goes below this yellow line, it's generally pretty a strong signal. But if we can hold above it and start to make another leg up, it's also, you know, a pretty strong signal that way for me. So we'll see what happens next. Just be patient. Our all-time high is 47.43 and a quarter. We're basically a couple points from right there. 43 and a quarter. Definitely a fairly strong push right to it so far. Gap up, gap and go so far. No pullback. See if we can take out all-time highs, I guess, right away. I'm interested to see if our strong move up will continue. Last few days were pretty wild. Getting a little bit of hesitation. Can we get above? We get above 41.75 here. Small inside candle at the top so far. kind of a small flag on a smaller time frame. Don't want to see a break above and a rejection or a potential good fade opportunity. If it checks below and finds buyers, could continue. Hey, good morning. One time. Have a good holiday weekend. I'm not gonna lie, I am potentially not mentally prepared to be here today. I was gone since Thursday and we got home late last night and have really got nothing done, and then just sat down in front of the computer this morning. So it could be a short day for me. I'm gonna use the rest of today to try to catch back up and get stuff done and get back in the right mindset and get back to proper trading tomorrow. I was quite curious to see how the open this morning was going to go. I didn't know what to expect, if volume participation was going to continue like it did on Thursday. So I have no experience trading around this time. Yeah, no, it was good. Traveled home for Christmas. It's actually the first time my wife and I have been home for Christmas in 4 or 5 years, so it was a good visit. No worries. Sounds good. It's a busy time of year for everyone. Trying to find some buyers. We're like 2 points, like 2 points exactly from all-time high there. Yeah, it was a great visit. It was a good time. Still kind of flagging up here. Not the worst. Looks fairly good, really. We can hold. They might have another stab at all-time high here. There actually hasn't been a candle to go high yet to trigger a first opportunity. But visually it does look like a standard bull flag kind of so far. First candle to make a high, rejected so far off one tick. We do have higher lows being printed. We're trying. See if our higher lows continue here. First candle of the last 5 to make a low there. Still trying to hold above though our 37.25. We do have quite a push on the 5-minute chart with a small inside top, so I mean, makes sense. We are flagging, so that'll print like that. But presentation wise, if we took a swing at up and then failed down, it would be nasty, nasty looking. Now that we've accumulated this much, if we do check below and give a good bullish signal, I would take that 2-leg pullback, that's for sure. The other option is a potential fade if it breaks above and fails, but I'm not going to do anything in the middle. I'm interested in either option, depending on what happens. We got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Struggling at 41. Seems to be our high right now that we're stuck at. There we go. Got 341. Might get a high test here. There it is. So do we continue? Did close above. Comes our retest. Kind of got stuck a little bit. Didn't really confirm either direction. We didn't fail, but we definitely didn't slide and continue with any kind of conviction either. 5 seconds left. It's gonna kind of close a little funky. Not really actionable for me. Did the SPY, let's look, did the SPY actually break all-time highs? It did. Pre-market. No, it didn't. Okay. We're very close. This isn't I mean, it's not super bullish really, but it's not like crazy rejection either. It still does seem like we could test. Visually, it doesn't look like I want to short yet, that's for sure. Not how I would normally do it. It's trying to hold above our 37.25 swing point. We are kind of sloping these highs though. The sellers are stepping in at cheaper prices. Uh, 1048. How's our volume so far? What's our participation like? We are at 76,000. What's participation like the week between like Christmas and New Year's usually? Is it like normal? Or is it generally like lower? Yeah, fair enough. Yep. Fair enough, man. Oh, there's a little pop. That was one tick from, I think, our all-time high. I'm pretty sure our all-time high is 43.25 on the yes. It wants it. Let's gonna do it for sure. Do it. Hey, hey. There it is. So far, we are getting continuation of late last week. Lower volume, but strong bull move. So the trap level seemed to stay pretty strong. We spiked up, small flag, another extension now. We didn't reject right away. We haven't quite even got to 100,000 contracts yet. A period. We've got 9 minutes left. 8 minutes left. A little bit of sell stepped in there. Stronger bear bars. Those are bigger bear bars we've had today. Checked above all-time high. Pretty big 5-minute candle close. $43.5, but was too late. Well, we're touching the 20 EMA, so you may get a small pop back up. I don't know if you want it to fill your short or not, but definitely not out of the question. There might be some buyers here, some profit taking that pop price back up. Although I guess your 2-point target has already been hit, so. Not a bad idea though. That move down was quick. Five-minute chart's pulled down. It's definitely trying to now hold this 38.5 level. Yep, fair enough. I'm kind of observing more than anything. If like I said, if one of my 3 setups presents like in AAA form, I'll definitely take it, but I haven't got that yet today. But the last couple days before Christmas, price action was odd. Like for my mean reversion trading, it was very like it baited a lot. Kind of bait the setup and then squeeze it out and just go long. It was too strong of a bull push on low volume. Didn't ever really get any follow through for what I would want. And I already have seeing low volume participation this morning so far. So I don't know if it's going to be a continuation of the last few days. I'm going to be careful till we start seeing normal volume numbers again. Trying to still sit on this moving average. Price is kind of doing the opposite here. We had a little bit of a pullback spike down and now we're kind of flagging down here, but so far the trend has been up. So maybe it will act as a bear flag and we'll make another leg down, but could work the other way too. The fact that it's trying to hold the moving average is definitely somewhat bullish. Kind of a little price coiling here. Not super clear. Little one tick poke happening there. Looks better for a potential move lower. Oh, nope. We're just holding, doing the same stuff. Starts to set up, instantly just holds and slowly grinds back up, takes it out. The last 3 days now is paid to just be a buyer, man. Wait for a short setup and just play the opposite of it. So we closed the A period with 117. So that's the lowest volume count now in days. You can see the last couple days, the volume has gotten lower participation. This, I guess Thursday was slightly above, so the middle day was, it's kind of like a small U volume wise. And now A period today has less than all 3 of those days. Usually A period, first half an hour, is the highest volume. Occasionally it will be close to the highest, and then B will be the highest volume because maybe there was like a larger player that was waiting for price to get to a certain level and then all their orders executed or something like that. But yeah, So far this morning, volume participation, lowest we've seen it. So I use that info, I guess, as you will. That is another new high right there, though. So we're seeing similar situations, though. So it's worth taking into consideration. Low volume participation and just strong bull market continuation off of that low volume. I think, to be honest, if B period or volume doesn't increase, I'm probably gonna walk away. But we'll see. The type of price movement that was happening in the other days before Christmas was very, very difficult for my trading and didn't work like ever. So far we're having continuation of that, so I don't want to expose myself. Although this does look like a very nice potential setup here. No trigger yet. $45.50. Didn't fire. Went all the way back up. Has a nice 2-bar off of a breakout with no trigger though. See if it goes one tick higher and then rejects again before it gives trigger. That's still, I'd be interested in that as well. So there's one tick. Closed high though. We're hesitating after that one tick poke, but not really achieving anything. The longer it stays up here and prints more, it's not as good. Kind of want quick rejection of those levels to give you that move the other way. Yeah, no short signal. Close, very close to setting up. 2 of the 3 things, no trigger. And now price just goes the other way. Same thing that happened here. Start the setup, boom, instantly just goes the other way. Starts to set up, keeps buying up. strong, strong, strong. Teasing some sellers again, but the amount of time it's spent up here, my opinion is, I mean, it's not the same presentation anymore. And we know that it's a buyer's market. A buy underneath here, somewhere in the 46s, could be the better play. Price is fairly stretched from the moving average on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I am actually familiar with him. I've watched him quite a bit before. Yeah, I am familiar with him. Watched him quite a bit. He loves his specialty is the two-legged pullback as well. Yeah, I tried to watch some stuff and watch similar people that use the Al Brooks methods. He's been doing it a lot longer than me, though. But yes, absolutely. Potential hangman on the 5-minute chart, kind of. Our climb is slowing. It's almost more sideways. Yeah, he offers quite a bit of stuff. He offers like a whole package. He has an indicator he sells and stuff as well. So we have a 1 tick poke. We have definitely some bearish signals happening here with potential okay price action on the 5-minute chart to line up with it. No trigger yet still. Still no trigger. Kind of a horrible signal bar, really. The shitty signal bar, no trigger. Price still grinds right back up. Same thing again. Teases the setup, never actually gives it completely, and then slowly, you know, tries to grind back against it. It's basically turning into a little bit of a tight trading range up here more than anything. We're gonna pop a new high again. Try. Yep, there it is. Definitely some sell pressure though up here in the last 10 minutes. The grind up has kind of gone more, almost more sideways, but it's so tight. The part that makes me nervous is even if I get a good signal, I'm not getting a trigger. One of these times it is going to give a trigger and it's going to move back to the moving average, but because the grind is so small and like tight, the moving average is right here. And because we've seen like such strong bull pressure, I don't really, the risk to reward on the move and the probability behind it, both are kind of working against me from what I've seen in this market right now. So it really, like, my eyes are so stuck to being like a mean reversion style trader, but this is just not the market conditions to do it. Which I think is good that I at least can tell that. Can tell that my setups they're not going to be making me money right now. So at least I'm not losing money with them. It's not really giving a nice clean two-legged pullback. It's just a slow grind. It seems like the best way to be trading this market is to just be playing the failures to the upside. Anytime that it starts to set up like a short, play the failure of it. Get long. How's our participation? We're at 60, about 60K in B period so far with 8 minutes left. Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I was saying when we started the session. I was like, if the market keeps giving me the same condition that I was being given, I'm not going to just start trading a random new strategy that I don't, trade. It's just better for me to just not trade instead. Because I'm still working on the discipline side of it. I don't want to break what I've achieved so far and just start trading. I'm really happy with myself and how much discipline I've like grown over the last month. Exactly, yep. Random strat, random result. Not here to gamble, here to try to be consistent. Today's a perfect condition for how I used to trade. Just completely blindly playing stair stepping and not really putting anything else into consideration whatsoever. Every time that a swing low pushes a swing high, rest in order to rebuy the low. Sell it on the new high. Same thing again. Rest in order to rebuy that low that pushed the high. Stop under it. Sell the new high. Rinse and repeat. Then it was here. Bought this pullback, sold the high. But that would be it. We're getting some hesitation again. We've got 5-minute candles in a row now, all making higher highs and higher lows. This small flag here ended up breaking out quite a bit. Definitely didn't fail locally or anything, so could just see it keep trucking. Volume wise here, very low. It's good information though, like that even though the market participation is lower, volume is like way lower, the market is still moving. It's just the move is just a steady constant grind to the upside. Kind of give us a few more minutes here. See how this 5-minute candle closes. Still pushing. Not going to close as an inside candle. So no inside reversal potential. The steepness is starting to increase a little bit if you zoom out. Merry Christmas, investors. All-time highs. I don't really have anything to look to the left for. It is pretty cool though that this held after that presentation, and here we are back at the top again, making new highs. This market, the S&P 500, just always continues to impress me. We did get a shooting star. The very peak, we are quite extended. It did trigger. First time. Minutes on this 5-minute candle. This is a retest. I'd love to see either a double top or a small attempt at extension and then failure, and then I would play mean reversion. Because this is like one of the strongest signals we've got so far, which actually did trigger. So the first attempt happened. The second attempt hit the pain and then gave another signal, it would be a really good trade setup for me. Kind of got a hanging man right there. 1 minute, it might make a lower high. It sure did. See if we can coil a little bit. I want the trade for the 5-minute pullback. I'm gonna be patient. We'll see what happens here if it gives it. Might have some price coiling. One tick from double top. There's double top so far. Now can we get a strong bear signal or a test above and a bear signal? Okay, there's one tick above so far. Okay. It's looking good so far. We'll see if we get the trigger. Two extra ticks. Need one extra tick. There's our 2 ticks. All right, it tagged us in. So we got our trigger. We got everything we needed. We'll see if our 5-minute chart's starting to actually give us a little bit of a pullback here. Ideally, we get a move that takes us below the moving average. We hold the retest. We get another push down. That's the idea here. We got lots of little signals up here that looked really good. Market has been extremely bullish, so could be playing with fire a little bit, but I really like the presentation. See if we can get a little bit out of it. If we start to get strong bull signals while it's working for us, then we'll manage it as we go with the trailed stop, but see how it goes. We got our 2 ticks, I think, right? Yeah, we got our 2 ticks of room. Yep. Nothing else we do. We just wait now. The potential channel is still holding. Definitely more bullish reaction than we were looking for off of what's set up. No disqualifications yet or anything though. Might pop us out right here. Looks like it. Sitting at the same top so far, but we can hold a 1 tick poke if it takes it, but looks like the one-time push is still going to continue. We got 10 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. It's kind of closing as an inside candle again. It's sitting against this ledge forever. There's our 1 tick poke. Again. Stop out allows for one extra 1 tick poke, and we'll see if it saves the trade. There is lots of sell pressure up here, but ultimately, you know, what looked like a pretty decent setup, it never really followed through the way that we were hoping for yet. The bull pressure is still just too strong. We did now get another trigger off of a 1 tick poke. Oh, a little bit of sells came through there. First touch of the moving average, though, in a long friggin' time. A long time. Really want it to hold it, though. I don't really want it to regain it and come all the way back up here. We want it to want it to fail. See how this 1 minute candle goes. Really wanted to see it lower than 54. As much as that spike worked for me, it almost like it was volatile, right? Which it generally it could take it right back just as quick. That's the scary part. It was like a flicker sell rather than an actual like continued push down. Yeah, it's not the follow through is not there, man. The follow through is not there yet. I don't want it. I really don't want it anymore, and I might have waited too long to get rid of it as it is. The volatility, yeah, I knew I should have. I felt it. I was like, man, I should just get rid of this. This is gonna stop me out right here. See if it'll fill me. As soon as it held that moving average, my everything told me to exit that trade. especially because it happened off of the volatility dump and no follow through. Nice. I'll take it. I don't even care if it works now. Everything told me to get out of that trade before then, so I'm going to count myself lucky as being able to get out there. Yeah, no worries, man. To be honest, I wasn't looking at chat at all. I was focusing. I really liked that setup, but there was a few things that were really working against me. And I will say straight up that if this dump didn't happen, two things needed to happen. Either this dump needed to happen and then that retest of the moving average needed to fail and we needed to keep going, and that would have grown confidence to let the trade work. That could have happened. Or this trade needed to take a few candles that one time to the downside or something to show continued pressure. But because it happened in like a flicker sell, that's not what I want to see, because that could just be like one quick like decision, one quick big profit taking, like just a large group of orders that goes through real quick. And we know that the pressure has been consistently to the upside. So if we got a true rollover and a pullback, we should have seen like consistent pressure start to roll over, not a quick sell and then straight back up grind. So out of the two situations that could have happened, we got neither of them. And in fact, I got the one situation that I didn't want to see. As soon as the flicker sell happened, you know, that's what we said. It said, don't want to see it regain the moving average and go stagnant. Because now what could, like, we know that there was some selling pressure here, and then we did get a flicker sell, but because there was no follow through whatsoever, there's probably going to be another retest of the pain area, or at least the extreme, which it did now so far. There was no follow through on what should have had follow through. So there could be one more pain attempt hit. I also, right, my one tick poke happened here after a shooting star, and then still got no follow through. The market actually went up again and did another one tick poke and then gave the flicker sell. Just so many situations that all came together here, and none of them were, none of them were the AAA reaction that I would have wanted. So even if this trade works out, I shouldn't have held it. Getting out of it was the better answer for me. And then technically getting out of the trade, and then if it produced another strong signal again after a retest, then it would be better, because these retests kind of failed, right, with it coming back up. The ideal situation now would be another pain attempt and then a fail, and then it would be more of like a double test on the 5-minute chart. But the type of day that we're having and the no follow through that I wanted to see, I'll just take my break even trade and walk away. Yeah, lack of price action is not, for sure. We got a good idea of, you know, how the market was flowing today. So don't want to get trying to change the strategy or nothing. Is what it is. Just gonna have to wait for better conditions. The pain area was not quite tested yet. We double topped again off that third poke, and now we're sideways again. I still think that we will get another pain hit. And I think that this flicker cell potentially baited in shorts quite a bit. I'd be interested in one more attempt, but it would have to hit pain first. It would have to squeeze out shorts and then show strong bearish signal again, similar to what got me into the trade in the first time. But that would be it. And I mean, maybe I'm just playing with fire because we're still, price is still at the same level, right? Or at the same top again. That spike, man, gave a glimpse of hope, but I tried to stay very objective, and I'll be honest, I did get a little bit greedy. The original presentation, I said what needed to happen for me to stay in the trade, and it didn't happen. At least I listened to myself though and did cut the trade instead of letting it come stop me out. It's gonna, I'm sure it would stop me out here. If it doesn't and it like quadruple tops, then I mean it is what it is, and I guess it's one for the books. But statistically, definitely don't want to be in that. Not now. There would have been the stop out. That's the pain area of this top. Do we slide through it and squeeze shorts, or do we just like absorb the pain and us actually roll over here? Just trying to keep going. Yeah. Didn't slide too far. Indecision candle. We continue. The grind continues. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna just be patient. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna walk away. What's our volume count here? Yeah. C period closed at 60K as well. Yeah, I'll see you Wednesday, man. Have yourself a good rest of your day and a good day tomorrow. The markets don't seem too juicy right now for me, so I'm just not going to expose myself to the temptation. I got 3 days in a row now that I've seen the same thing happening. And unfortunately, that same thing does not line up with my trading strategies. Not really. So I'm just going to take it for what it is and just be patient for the market. Start giving me opportunities again. Try to be better than I was in the past and not give up, you know, gains when the context isn't correct. But yeah, take care, and yeah, I will see you Wednesday, man. Peace.